I have learned about stories in a short span of time, and why I believe stories are powerful. And if we learn how to use them, then people who hold that power become powerful. So it's only appropriate that I begin a session on stories by narrating a story, and this is a story about the first story in the world, the first recorded story in the world. We don't have a proper record because a lot of stories pass through oral tradition, so we don't really know which is the first story ever told. We don't really also have a record of which is the first ever language in which the first story was told. Accidents when you start driving a car, real time. That is why pilots also use simulator. First time to plane nahi chalayega, which is why they use simulator. So now they are doing this with cars also. The most difficult job for a pilot is to sort of land a fighter plane on a moving ship, where the fighter plane has got missiles and the ship, your airstrip is moving, and that ship has nuclear warheads, and then you have to land a plane. How do you prepare for something like that? At some point of time, a pilot will do it for the first time. How do you prepare for that? You sit on a simulator and you practice again and again and again and again till you become thorough, and then the senior pilot has the confidence to pass on that job to you, and you do it for the first time. Simulation prepares us for real life. Stories are simulation for real life. Everything that can happen to you has happened in the world of stories. You are in love with two women, it has happened in the world of stories. Now you're at crossroads and you want to decide what to do. There will be a story which will tell you what happened in the case of so and so. Somebody's father says, leave the home and go away and live in the forest for 14 years. There is a story that tells you how that person responded. He repaired the problem. This man was on his way, and he was thinking, what amazing service, man. This has never happened. So he was delayed. Adam and Eve, very innocent, living in heaven. Serpent came. And serpent said, psst, psst, apple. Bite the apple, you become aware of yourself, start covering yourself up. Shame. And learning a language and learning the syntax to learn music. Similarly, we are born as storytellers. We consume stories. We are swimming in this world of stories. We are surrounded by stories. But it takes a little bit of effort to learn storytelling, because there is some grammar there. There is some syntax there, there is some structure there, and once we master the storytelling, then we become better storytellers, just like musicians, right? So let's try this exercise now. Let's try to see, just a simple exercise to see the story structure. Can you help me with this? Yes, ma'am.
God favored is born.
This is Balkrishna, so
and that is Harry Potter.
Yeah, that is Harry Potter.
And
so this is
God
Balkrishna.
favored is born to kill the evils.
Sorry?
A God favored is born to kill the evils.
I'm originally from Mumbai. I like to call it Bombay because I grew up there. What do I remember from Bombay? Well, playing in the streets, taking the local, jasmine gajras in the flower market, and my mother praying in the morning. You can move thousands of miles away, but these images, they are always with you.
I am Alka. My full name is Alka Rani Dubey. I am 61 years old. My son is Ratnesh. He is staying in New York. First, when he told me he wanted to go to the US, I felt very excited. But when the moment came when he was leaving India, that time I was really very nervous and quite heartbroken, I must say. Today, British Airways has given me a seat on a plane. It is for my son's favorite dish, okra paratha. They will fly it to America and surprise him in his apartment. I think this will make him come home and visit his mummy. I, like every mother does, I used to experiment with different things, putting in his tiffin box. Most of the time, the other vegetables, they will return from the school untouched. But whenever I am giving okra, it is finished. I asked him, why you like okra the most? He said, Mama, my teacher has told the child who eats okra becomes best in his mathematics. My son is progressing day by day. His dreams are getting fulfilled. And his happiness is more than what I ever want for him. When he will look at the tiffin box, first he will think from where has it come. But once he tastes the food, he will know it is made by his mummy. And I am sure he will start searching for me in his apartment. I miss him so much because when he left home, he was hardly 17 years old. And from that day, he did not return home. I miss my son.
My mom had cooked my favorite meal, and she was waiting for someone from British Airways to pick up the tiffin carrier. So they sent me. After flying from New York to Mumbai, there I was, walking to her door, smelling her cooking. It was an incredible feeling. Sometimes, even when you know what's going to happen, you cannot even imagine how it's going to be. I got the opportunity to see my mother in a way I'd never seen her before. She looked lonely. She looked like she sounds over the phone. I just wanted to run out and give her a hug. Mommy, I'm here.
It was a great moment. It was a family moment. Even his dad was there. We all three of us sat, we talked. And I did ask him, when are you leaving? I said, I will not ask you today. Let this question be for tomorrow.
This challenges, many conventions that we know, we all have, our sports matches, our TV serials have been interrupted by advertising.